This is definitely longer than the hour they said that this playtime would be.
Oh, that's okay
Yep.
though.
50. All right. Time to go. I dodge through the swirling debris and soon stand before the massive desk, corralling my thoughts. What needs to be done? Copy the sigil, find the black salt, get something sharp, memorize the mantra. All tasks are done by reduction. Subtract, divide, execute. Brevity is magic. Magic brevity. Oh, some stuff looks like some stuff's coming back to them.
Yeah, like about their old personality, it
Yeah.
seems like.
My heart is racing again at the thought of touching that awful page. I should tear it out and sink it into the abyss before this is done, or else it might haunt me for the rest of my days. I imagine ripping it out and crumbling it into a ball, or maybe shred it into tiny pieces, or set it aflame. A quiet mewing drifts down from somewhere above. We both have cats. Breaking me out of the grim exercise, I stiffen and take a step back. Remembering what Ilar said about the dangers that might lurk here, my spine tingles. I swallow, look up slowly. From shadows above the giant shelves beside the desk, a melon-sized black shape pokes out. My throat tightens,
Oh,
ready to reach for something to hit with. A pair of pointy ears.
both-
Yeah.
we both have black cats.
A pair of pointy ears raise up from the shape, and I inhale sharply. It's a puffy-looking black cat. Devarna, you nearly scared the waters out of me. It blinks, sniffs the air, then hops down onto the table, making nary a sound. Reaching out a hand, I hunch down toward it. It approaches me wearily, sniffing, glancing around, head ducked, occasionally wincing. Come, I will not hurt you. It stops just short of my hand and gives me a flat stare. Ever so delicately, I close the gap and pat it on the head. It immediately purrs deeply and rubs its head into my hand, eyes shut in pleasure. Oh, I love it.
No, I love it when my kitty does that.
My heart nearly melts. I stroke it all over, feeling its lush fur and the extravagant fuzz on its hind legs. It lets you touch its legs?
Yeah.
By the Devarna fuzz pants! Excitement vibrates through me, breaking my voice. See, this is the problem. I know this is like early access, but
Yeah, it's early access. It's their very first game. To be fair, Vampire the Masquerade had a few spelling errors and typos too, and I will say, and they are a bigger studio. And I will say that when it is a text-based game and you don't have voice acting to distract you, errors like this do become a lot more noticeable.
Fuzz Pants bumps their head firmly into me and purrs. I was starting to worry about you. Where have you been all this time? Are you hurt? Oh, maybe this is, they were trying to do a gender neutral, pronoun, maybe? I don't know. I'm not educated in these things.
Let me look that up real quick while you keep reading.
Do you remember me? I read about you in Ilar's letter. I scratched them behind the ear. Mr. Fuzzy Pants makes a grating buzz and Fuzz Pants ducks away, ears flattening, visibly agitated. They turn around and leaps atop the shelf. I let out a silent wow.
Yeah, it is a neo. It's called a neo pronoun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how to pronounce it, Exie?
Let me take a look.
They stand back and look at me, tail swishing. Wait, where are you going? They raise one paw and jab it twice in front of them. The gesture is so purposeful that I raise an eyebrow. They flatten their ears, swishing their tail, then jumps down, head bumps me, and leaps up again. Huh? What's the matter? Don't you want to be back with your human, Ilar? They'll be so excited to see you. Fuzzpants blinks, swishes their tail, then pads off into the gloom. Hey, wait! And they're gone, I say dejectedly, looking up.
Just to cut in, you were pronouncing it properly. It's like Zeezer.
Zeezer, okay. I was saying them, but just to make it easier on myself. But Zeezer, okay, cool.
That's okay.
Good to know. The beams and... but see, look at this. We're getting an education. The beams
Yeah.
and joists high above me still seem quite intact. I can't tell at all where the cat has disappeared to. It could probably get to anywhere in the blink in the library from there, or even other places in the tower. For a blink, I wish I am a cat. I smile, recalling the softness in my hands. Z's as temperamental as human. That fuzz pants. Too bad. I'd have liked to bring Zer to Ilar. Oh, maybe this is because, cats don't have or animals don't have a concept of gender.
Yeah, it said that it was used for people in place of that person's name.
Okay. Then again.
But yeah, I guess, cats, animals don't necessarily have a concept
Yeah.
of gender either anyway. But yeah, go ahead.
Then again,
Sorry.
I might get another earful for wasting time on distractions. I can almost hear Ilar's accusing tone. Peering up again, I click my tongue. You'll be back sooner or later, right? I could use a friend. I sigh, forcing down the pang of loneliness. Enough. I need to get that spell. I straighten my spine and nod to the journal. You and me, journal. A page turns over by itself. Surprise, I make a face. You are a temperamental one too, aren't you? I turn to page 58 with extremely cautious optimism. A quick darting peek at the sigil. No whispers. I resist the urge to lean in and listen. So far, so good. I place upright an overturned pencil holder and pick out a 2B 3 milli thickness blank sheet of paper from a stock shelf, civil post size, fine grain. I haven't noticed these details last time. Lost memories trickling in? This is good. I can do this. I am in my element. Performance of work. Fulfillment of duty. The confidence seems to jog something loose in my heart. Thoughts spring up. Inquisitive, intelligent, foreign. I hear them like a stranger eavesdropping on myself. The whispers were the problem. I need to drown them out. Use the breath. Through constricted nose. Make it continuous. It makes sense, I realize. I should try that. Taking a breath, letting it fill up my abdomen, then stomach, then chest, I release a thin stream, setting it to rasp against my upper nasal cavity. The rasping is loud enough that I could imagine I'm hearing the tides. The other noises in the library all but disappear. It's working. I open the sigil and begin immediately to copy. As my breath wanes, I hear a faint, wispy lullaby insinuate itself. No, not that. I take a quick breath and scrunch my nostrils more, forcing the rasp louder. It clashes with the whispers, working, but not for long. My pencil races. My chest starts to burn. The urge to relax my breathing builds. I can't keep this up much longer. The voices hiss louder. My hands start to shake. I'm almost there, just a little more. Push! Squeezing the air out, chest on fire, pulse beating loudly in my ears, I finish copying and shut the book, putting the words to sleep at last. I smile despite the throbbing pain and dizziness. Yes, progress! I cannot wait to see the look on their face. I roll the paper into a baton and slide it into a pocket. Black salt, mantra, something for the blood. 3 more steps. I can do this. I knock on the journal. Don't go anywhere. I'll return soon enough. Dodging the occasional piece of debris is becoming second nature now that I've crossed the barrier so many times. Will they approve? Why should I care? Getting the task done is its own reward, surely. Still, it's nice to be praised. Maybe they'll be in a better mood and reveal more of my past to me. That seems as likely as Mr. Fuzzy Pants deciding to just give up and sinking back down. You have to keep your hopes up, right? Not this again. I stop myself just short of walking into the couch. Quiet, all of you, I mutter aloud. Where is Ilar? A soft clink. I turn around. They're not here. My nerves are on edge. Papers rustle nearby. I turn around again. Just a book gliding too close. I brush it away. They're really not here. Was it something to do with our last conversation? Why is it always about you? Who else would it be about? Maybe it's about them. The way they suddenly turned broody and left. What happened? It was a pleasant enough memory, wasn't it? Catching myself talking with my lonesome again, I get up and pace about. You have to cheer up someone else when you're down. Right. I start picking up and glancing at the papers scattered here and there, hushing them. You poor things. More letters. Are those verses? Every waking momentary switch off track progressing so wherewithal. Things half remembered that moment of terrible recognition of the familiar stranger, then a drunken dream one never wakes of friends close, but kept my enemy closer, closer until they were inside. Unsigned, but written in the same rigorous hand as the journal. I look all around the table. How many are there? I wanted to. I have whispered it inside, and almost said it aloud. But whenever I endeavored to, something would interrupt me. A journal entry required editing. A specimen needed dousing. Water sensors had to be refilled. A mantra for the next ritual demanded further articulation. The afternoon tea and a mapacho. Curiouser and curiouser. What are those for?
Who are those for?
Oh, who are those for? Thank you. I can still do it, you know. My intellect and the knowledge of a lifetime still fill my heart tree. The relics and mantras ready. The homunculus nearing full maturity. Ooh, a homunculus.
Oh, a homunculus.
Nothing prevents
Had a
this.
haunting ground flashback,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
Nothing prevents this. No material thing. Why can I not? If only you. If only. Sorrow. My brows wrinkle. Like the whispering in the journal. I can't suppress the feeling that someone is playing a joke on me. I need it to make sense. How? It's not the thing. It's you. What? It makes no sense because you're looking for a specific kind of sense. What should I do then? Look for a different kind of sense? But how? The inner voice falls silent, soft clinking behind me. I tense up, turn to look, expectant. It was only a triplet of glass cups swirling. Still no Ilar. For Lura's sake, where are they? What would they say about these letters? Something cryptic, most likely. Or something funny. Their letters often were. I need something like that now. I jump to my feet and scan the streams of flying objects, looking for sparks of vibrancy in the gloom. There. I hasten to a spot along the stream, eyes locked on an Amberosa paper ball above, nearly tripping over a chair. It's too high. The chair! I upright it and step atop. Come on, you, I command my quarry. By the Divarna, it seems to obey, dropping and spinning toward me. Snatching it, I plop down on the chair and eagerly spread it to read. I know what you're trying to do, and I dearly wish these gestures of yours could erase the words like arithmetics, affection measured against pain. But it isn't so simple. I'm sorry. I wonder what I was trying to make up for. What else is there? I might have spent a tease time here resting or talking with Ilar. Surely I can turn that into the same amount of time gathering clues, right? I peer up, move the chair to a spot with the most activity, and climb up, set on plucking anything that resembles a discarded letter. Here comes a few now. One hand on the chair back for balance, I reach up with the other and snatch one in. What? Livridian, Sanguinmar, Deprind. Well, Sanguinmar is blood. Sounds like blood.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I like the word Livridian, but Sanguinar, now that you said that, it sounds like blood.
Because sanguis, isn't that blood?
Yeah.
Let's do Livridian. Please don't banish the imps. I understand the singing can get tiresome, but I used the last of our Regis Divornum leaves to invite them, and they don't grow on trees. Well, they do, but you know what I mean. I chuckle. So they can be silly too. Back to fishing. Another flock comes. Catch one in. Tyrell, Coralith, or Immerwald?
Coralith.
Okay. Sorry for letting you know like this, but I didn't feel like talking. I went out and will not be back until tomorrow. I won't leave you to deal with the Duke by yourself, but I need some distance and time to clear my heart. Oh. Were they often so broody, or did I just do a lot of things to foul their mood? Interesting. But I have a hunch it's not the whole story. Sigh. One more. I can't sleep again. This worry, it won't leave me be. We've been digging for so long that we forgot why we were doing it. Worse yet, we can't see anything else besides. The things we could have done, places we could have been. Yet you keep digging. With heavy eyes, I study the letters. What are you telling me? Fingering frayed edges, spinning them between fingers, I see. Fragments of a map, shredded, dispersed. If only I had time to piece them together. Not if you have something to say about it, Mr. Fuzzy Pants. Exhausted, I drag myself to the couch and slump onto it, hugging the letters. Didn't realize how hard this was without Ilar being around, without anyone. Don't I want to live? Shouldn't that be enough? But I'm so tired. Time to rest. I close my eyes and lie on the couch. Light dims, sound dulls, walls press in. Just for a little while. Just to freshen up. Maybe Ilar will be here when I wake up. A window latch breaks and rain comes splattering upon me. Warm rain. Sticky, warm rain. Oh no, like the period blood! Oh no. I sit up, annoyed. This will be a mess to clean up. I'm drenched already. How long was I asleep? Wiping my face with blood-covered hands, I survey the room. Blood. Everywhere. Sweet, dark, rippling. A right mess. Ilar forgot to close the windows again. Again? Ilar! I shout. Distant rumbles. Where are they? I'll be sunk if I'm cleaning this up myself. Ilar! I march through the halls, up the winding stairs, throwing open doors to dark, empty rooms. Nothing. Where are they? Ilar? Where are they? Where are they? I realize that I'm worried now. Where are they? A trail behind me. I raise my hands to my face. Metallic. Greasy. Whose blood is this? Ooh. Am I hurt? Can't find any wounds on me. No pain. Nothing. I pinch a bit of skin from my forearm. No pain. Nothing. I feel nothing. No, 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 no. Ilar, where are you? Ilar! Am I hurt? Oh wait, shoot. Bolting down the hall, I shout. Ilar! I wake up to my own shouting. Hoarseness burns in my throat. A dream? I bolt upright, sparks swimming in my eye, hairs in the back of my neck tingling. Someone's watching me. Candle flames jitter on the table beside me. Shadows dance. Could I be imagining it? No. I don't know how I know, but I do. Should I look? What kind of question is that? On the count of 3, then? No. Now. I carefully turn my head and look into the gloom. Has it always been this dark in the library? Streams of debris undulate lazily through the air, occasionally shuddering in sync with Mr. Fuzzy Pants' droning. A pocket of deeper darkness in front of me draws my attention. A pair of golden jewels glint at me while being oddly stationary against the ever-moving debris. I squint. They're not glinting, but blinking. And then they start to grow apart. Bigger and brighter. This story is insane.
Yeah.
I deepen my breaths to stay calm. It'd benefit me none to panic already. I don't even know what that thing is. Ah.
Oh, there we go.
A jagged, hunched silhouette detaches from the murk, its movement sluggish and unsteady. I remember it slithering out from a darkened doorway and clawing at me. Sliding my feet down onto the floor, I begin backing away, keeping my eyes on the Lucazi. It doesn't react and simply continues creeping in my direction. Its large, pointy ears turn to me, revealing a slightly pinkish interiors. One of its hands or paws is cupped over its ears, and its face is wrinkled up. Come closer and I'll give you something else to be angry about. As I'm considering my options, my heel kicks something. Reaching back, my hands find a massive bookshelf on one side and unyielding stones on the other, a corner. I grope for something to defend myself with, but get hold of nothing but books, soft covers at that. terrific. I guess it'll be exchange of words then. Oh.
Oh, there we go.
As the Lucazi moves into the candle's glow, I can at last make out more details of it than just a black outline. It's much smaller than I remembered, and not nearly as grotesque. Its black fur is rather lush and endowed with a silken sheen. It's the cat.
That's what I was thinking too. This is the cat.
The creature lets out an exaggerated yawn and shudders, revealing a set of vicious teeth, and stretches its arms overhead until its entire body is cartoonishly arched. Yeah.
Cat.
A pair of large earrings glint dully. It wears jewelry? I'm scoping an escape route when Mr. Fuzzy Pants lets off a rumble, and the creature throws its hands over its ears and makes an annoyed meow. I blink. A funny sensation crawls over my scalp. I squint at the creature. Thick, black fur around the legs, pointy ears, golden eyes. Everything fits. Could it be? Seeing the look on my face. Fuzz? No, I won't use that name until I can be sure. The creature tilts its head toward the arched doorway, a huge tail swishing. An electrical sensation shoots through me at the possibility of it. Go with it? Lure a Santi, should I? My feet almost stepped forward on their own, but Ilar's warning resounds in my head and I pull back. Who are you? I ask. The creature stops and gestures at me to follow again, tail swishing impatiently, then turns away once more. Pressure squeezes my heart. It's leaving. A piece of my past, or an irresistible lure. What shall I do? Oh, he said don't trust it. So do we follow the creature, or do we demand an answer?
I don't know. He's not here.
I don't know. Ilar said don't trust it.
I mean, it's whatever you want because you're the one
I know.
playing.
I'm gonna just demand an answer. How do I know I can trust you? I say with more authority, but a note of desperation too. The creature stops and glowers at me with lowered ears. If you know me or Ilar, then prove it to me and I'll go with you. I set up my heart not to move from this spot until the creature answers. The creature lowers its head and advances toward me. Its body seems to grow in volume with each step, eyes unnervingly wide, pupils narrow as daggers. I swallow and tense up. Heart, don't fail me now. Remember something. A spell? A martial technique? A dirty trick? Something! But all I hear are the pounding of my chest. Useless. Where are you when I need you? My breath is becoming jagged. The creature winces and cups its ear with a paw as a buzz from Mr. Fuzzy Pants swells. Maybe if I run behind Mr. Fuzzy Pants and use it as a shield. I shiver at the thought of being near that thing, but I'll have a chance at least. I plant my feet and steel my nerves. It's getting close. Not yet, I say to myself. Mr. Fuzzy Pants lets out a blaring groan just as the creature... Oh, I was like, what is that? Just as the creature reaches for my arm, it shrieks and twitches wildly. A claw grazes my shoulder and I flinch. Make a run for it. What do you think? Or do you say stay your ground?
See, here's the thing. It said don't run at the beginning. I don't think this creature wants to hurt you.
Don't
I mean,
run.
I could be terribly
That's right.
wrong. I could be terribly, terribly wrong, but again, maybe this is just Dragon Age Origins, recruiting Zevron and all that, clouding my judgment.
Right, stand my ground. Now's my chance. I yank my arm back. My elbow slams right into the wall behind me, sending a wave of numbness through my arm. There's the didgeridoo again. My other hand rises to guard my face. The Lucazi recovers, hisses and grabs my wrist. I feel the click of my joint before a withering pain makes my arm go limp completely. I kick out my knee, hitting nothing but thick fur. I swing free arm at the creature's head, book in hand. It dodges effortlessly. I reel back for another strike, but lose my balance and tumble back into the bookshelf. Before I can swing the book again, the Lucazi catches my free wrist and pins it to the wall. The book is knocked loose and thuds into my head. A barrage of soreness and pain assaults me from every side. I grunt and push back with every fiber. I have but gain no I grunt and push back with every fiber I have, but gain no ground. The creature locks my wrist still and glares at me with fury in its eyes. I grimace as it peels back its lips, exposing its fangs, and it begins to make a rhythmic, raspy sound. Torrid, salty breaths hit my nostrils. Feeling a stinging in my eyes, I squeeze them shut and grit my teeth. You can beat me, but I will not be shamed. After a few breaths, no killing blow comes, and I realize it's only holding me still, mouthing the same rhythmic words with more venom in its voice. A curse? By the depth, I might be better off dead. Closing my eyes, I shout into the depth of my being. For Lura's sake, do something! Ilar! There's no answer. There's only the rasping and Mr. Fuzzy Pants' buzzing. A cold spreads over my scalp. They're not coming. No one's coming. It's just me and the Lucazi. A tingling squirms its way through the torrent of sensations. A tingling filled with energy, swimming up my spine. It's a voice. My voice. Ha 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 ha. I hear my own voice laughing. Some great magus you are, always waiting to be rescued. Little wonder you're going to perish. Good riddance. At least I won't have to endure more of this. No, sink you. Go away. Go away. Words burn my throat as they erupt out of me. My head goes blank. I blink, and it's light as day. I crane my head to see a bright blue sky. Ilar is shouting my name. Something moves in the corner of my eye. I turn to see an ox the size of a small house barreling toward me. A herder flails on its back, soiling himself by the look on his face.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, maybe it's another memory. Hooves smash cobbles like thunder. Flecks of mud fly, slowly. Everything slowly. Ilar is mid-stride, robe billowing, mouth wide. Electric prickles dance on my scalp as my lips begin to move. Prickling turns into liquid energy, condensing into my head. Behind my eyes, I say the words and raise a finger by a hair. The ox lets out a syncopated grunt as it, along with the helpless driver, fall upward like a dandelion in the wind, gliding over me harmlessly. The words. What were they again? Oh, yes. My lips move, forming the simple syllables. There's a dizzying rush of power. I open my eyes to see the Lucazi sailing through space, crashing into debris as it does. A sickening sensation grips my stomach as I realize it's headed straight for Mr. Fuzzy Pants. No, I didn't want to. In an inhuman feat of agility, the creature kicks a stone mid-flight, propelling it aside. The stone shoots off toward a group of shelf in a corner of the library.
Of shelf?
Sending them tumbling and crashing, making a thunderous ruckus. Head like a cloud, my eyelids flutter and lose focus. Tingling energy flushes through my scalp, down my body, and out of the soles of my feet. I find myself swaying and support myself on the shelf, taking big gulps of air, sparks dancing in my eyes. Once the sparks fade, the Lucazi is gone. I sigh the longest sigh and close my eyes, tilting my head back. That was close. To be continued.
Oh.
We have finished the first act. All right. The remainder, Act 1.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for playing. All right, Amanda, this story is so far nuts.
Yes, it is.
Is it a good kind of nuts or just a nutty kind of nuts?
I kind of appreciate the depth that they went to in the world building.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it could have been spaced a little bit better, because again, games like Vampire the Masquerade, they do have like a huge amount of world building as we have seen, and I'm sorry I keep comparing it back to them, but that's just another text-based games that we have played several times on this channel. But they space it out in a way that makes it a little bit more palpable, I would say.
Yeah, it was definitely like a fire hose of information, but at the same time, I am now gripped. I want to know more about Ilar and the protagonist, Vyn's relationship.
yeah, I do appreciate that, this is a character that is a bit more familiar with this world, with this universe, and, they're not like treating you like you're an idiot. And it's like, oh, yeah, this is just normal. So there's an appreciation to that kind of tone to it
Yeah.
as well, I will say.
But this is the Act 1 of the remainder, you guys. You can get it on Steam in this month, I believe, right, Manda?
Yeah, they said June.
So you can get this on Steam. Thank you so much to the developer for sending us an early access code. We were thrilled to be able to review this. And I think we will be continuing this once Act 2 comes out on Steam. But
yeah, we will.
Yeah, because now like I said, I'm gripped now. I don't want the cat to die.
No.
All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. What did you think of the remainder? Leave your comments in the comment section down below. Smash that like button if you like this video, and please subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed already. And until next time, I'm Emily.
And I'm Amanda.
We're Am and Dem, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Bye!